Okay, so as you can see, we're wearing different clothes and everything. We've had a break after talking about rape because we needed one because it was.
I think it was basically the YouTube video equivalent to a Radiohead album, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and if you can hear any outside noise, it's because the door next to us is open because it's hotter than hell.
Yeah.
Again today. So anyway, yeah, we've got the rape topic out of the way, so we're going to launch into marketing, and this is going to encompass how films are marketed to an audience, and that means like trailers and merchandise and shit like that, and then and how they're actually purchased.
Yeah, which will lead us into the thorny topic of format preference and where the format wars, if you will, where they are right now and where they're going to be going.
Absolutely.
So season 3 part 2.
Yeah. Right, marketing. Okay, it's fair to say that marketing can make or break a movie.
I'm thinking a good example will be how we reacted to Scott Pilgrim versus the World trailer.
Or how you reacted.
Well, it's just the fact that me and you have had completely different reactions to it, even though we have quite a similar taste in film.
Do you want to explain your reaction?
Right, basically, I saw the trailer for Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and went, that looks really fun, and I can't wait to see it.
I saw the trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like a bit of fun, but I just saw it and thought, it looks a bit teeny, a bit of a tween flick, which, you know, I could probably sit through and enjoy, but it didn't look like something that, I'm going to be there opening day and watch it, you know.
See, for me it did, because I just thought, fun.
Yeah, well, it's just how it can provoke those two different reactions from, as you said, two people who have very, very similar views on this kind of shit. I think the best recent example of how marketing makes a film is Avatar, which I'll just touch on briefly because obviously we've talked Avatar to death. So, but that marketing was relentless. I mean, they even had product placement in The Simpsons for Avatar.
Did they?
Yeah. It was something in the background in one of the very new episodes of The Simpsons, obviously, and because I can remember reading an article about it saying, is it right? Is it
going a bit too far?
Yeah, or is it going too far? And I remember that I think the other shows that did it were Bones and Cold Case, I want to say.
Yeah, possible.
But anyway, the point is, Avatar's probably had the biggest marketing campaign in cinema history. And
I wouldn't say the biggest. I'd say running up with one of the top 3.
The most shameless.
Jurassic Park was huge. Jurassic Park at the time was everywhere. It really, really was.
Well, that's true, because obviously I was, like 1 or 2 when Jurassic Park came out, so I was about 3 or 4 when it hit video. And that's when I was kind of starting school, and I can remember everybody at school had a Jurassic Park lunchbox or book bag or something like that, you know, and people who weren't old enough to know what the film was, you know, just saw this dinosaur emblem everywhere.
Well, I mean, that's it. Going back in further, when I was, you know, a young child, you had the Star Wars figures, and that, I think, was the first really, really huge express movie package.
But the difference with that is the marketing for Star Wars was reactionary to the film's success.
Yeah.
Whereas now, some films, and we talked about Batman and Robin, some films are made completely with the marketing and the toys in mind.
Yeah.
Whereas Star Wars kind of came under the radar, was a huge hit, and the studios went, shit, we need to capitalise on it.
We can make money from this.
And they did, to be fair.
I mean, that's it. There's the classic example of Lucas going, fair enough, I'll take a hit, but I want merchandising rights.
Yeah.
But well, I ain't have them. And literally, 20th Century Fox have now gone, fuck.
Pretty much. But that kind of like, what I do want to talk about in terms of marketing is the trailers.
Yeah.
Because I think the art of the film trailer is a dying art. Like now we get trailers where they give you all the major plot beats and the character beats as well, and the overall arc. I mean, there's a trailer which is the best example, Death Race, which isn't high art. Nobody was really looking forward to that movie, but you watch the trailer and you don't need to watch the film. It literally tells you everything. It even tells you who set him up and why they did it and shit like that. It's bizarre, that trailer.
Well, I mean, again, an example as well of a trailer selling you something you're not going to get will be linking back to Star Wars. I remember when I first saw the trailer for The Phantom Menace. Now, the trailer for The Phantom Menace, it's been recognised, even though the film's awful, the trailer is one of the greatest trailers of all time, because people saw that and went, I'll step over my own grandmother if she was on fire to see that movie. The trailer of The Phantom Menace makes the film look awesome.
Yeah.
A trailer done right, a trailer edited right, can literally be an experience in and of itself.
One that I think is a perfect example of that in recent memory is Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Because there was no mention of that, no mention that J.J. Abrams had another project in the line or anything. And then all of a sudden you're watching, I can't remember which film it came out, it was one of the big releases, wasn't it? And Cloverfield trailer was ahead of it, and all it was those good-looking 20-somethings on the roof of the apartment, big explosion and a monster's roar, and then it just had the date it was coming out.
Yeah.
I thought that was a perfect trailer. Because it doesn't tell you shit all about the movie, but it leaves you wanting to watch it and willing to spend your money on it, which is what a trailer should do.
Inception, I think, does that very well.
Yeah.
Because Inception gives you a general idea what it's about. It's obviously something to do with consciousness and being inside the mind. Other than that, I don't know a lot about that movie. They've done that very, very well. I've got a general idea of what it's about, and that's it. I'm going at that movie cold, which means I'm probably going to enjoy it all the more.
And another example is, and I can't speak for this personally because I haven't seen it yet, but the new film Get Me to the Greek, I think I remember telling you this, I was listening to some reviews online, and they said that none of what you saw in the trailer is actually in the film.
Yeah.
Which... because I thought that trailer...
It's a double-edged sword, that, as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because you're going to either feel shortchanged or pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But, you know, the trailer had a couple of laugh-out-loud moments for me. I found myself chuckling at it.
Yeah.
But the idea of going in and seeing something completely different, that works for me.
Yeah.
And Iron Man 2 did that as well. In the trailer for Iron Man 2, there's a shot of Gwyneth Paltrow kissing the helmet and throwing it out of the plane, and that wasn't in the film.
No.
And that's a fantastic shot, if you ask me. But then I didn't miss it in the film. I just thought... oh, you know, something a bit different.
But then again, speaking into marketing, when we see trailers, are we seeing the trailer for the movie, or are we just seeing the trailer for the extended cut of the DVD?
Well, there you go, that's another issue, isn't it? But I do think there is a balance. And I think an example of balance is the Predators trailer.
Yeah, see, I need to re-watch that. I've only seen that the once.
What I like about the Predators trailer is it does show you a lot of clips from the movie, but it doesn't give you any context, and it's edited in the exact same way that the original Alien trailer was in the 70s. So it's got something for the fans in there.
We'll get so many comments like, it's the 80s, man.
I thought Alien came out in the 70s.
Sorry, I thought you meant Predator.
No,
Predator.
no, it's not. It's in the
first Alien. Is
the
79.
first Alien trailer.
79.
And it's edited in the exact same way, all the same beats and everything. Yeah. So for any fans, you'll be like, I fucking recognise this.
Yeah.
And then it shows you all these clips and stuff. I think that works.
And also, in fairness to the people who made the trailers, they're scrutinised in a way they've never been before. I mean, back in the day, you'd go to the cinema, you'd see the trailer once, and that pretty much sell you the movie. Example would be, we're going back a few years here, I went with my college mates to go see Broken Arrow. You know, it was just something to do with it. And the trailer, because it was a 20th Century Fox pick, the trailer was for Independence Day. Now I knew Will Smith was making some kind of science fiction-y thing. It was basically Will Smith does War of the Worlds was the thing I read about, and I'm like, kind of, that sounds shit. And then I saw the trailer. Now you've got to remember as well, we look at trailers in the context of the film they're now attached to. The trailer was like, things are exploding. The White House just went up. They blew up the fucking White House, and they literally designed that shot just for the trailer. That was it. That was one of the examples of, we need a shot that will get people into this movie. Now, Broken Arrow, I don't remember a goddamn thing, but I remember sitting and watching that trailer for the first time.